Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is the second update for the project Gotta Panama, and I am really excited for it because I have a lot of things that I'll be rolling out and rolling in. I, of course, will have stories behind that, but you'll see what's going on. Some of them, it was not a case of I hit my goal or I finished it or anything. It was situational, so we'll definitely get to that. I wanted to address something really quick. First of all, you'll notice that once again, I am not wearing makeup. So it's Saturday, and I typically only wear makeup about 5 days a week, and that's usually when I'm going to work. So fresh face Heather all the time. I'm not really upset about it. I do want to do more like I have makeup on videos, and I was also thinking I'd really like to do some palette bingos on my channel. I think that would just be so much fun, and I think it would allow me an opportunity to put makeup on the weekends for play, and so that would be like the fun stuff, kind of like a shop my stash. Or I saw Paula from A Beauty Guru made me do it, and she does this collecting dust series with someone else, with one of her friends, and it just inspired me, and not necessarily to be doing it with them. They don't know who I am, but I got inspired, and I said, you know what, like on the weekends I should be allowed to play with my makeup, do the fun colors, use the things that I don't normally get to wear because I'm focusing on other products. And it would also allow me an opportunity to get more content on my channel, because of course this project, there's 2 months in between each update, so that's a long time to go without content. And I'm not currently doing any other projects right now because that's a lot, and I'm trying to figure out what my routine is and how the products work and all this other stuff. So with that being said, I want to dive right in and get started. First, this palette takes up the first 4 prompts that I have, and I think that was almost an easy out, so I'm glad that something happened. So let's just dive into it, and I will try not to blind you. Okay, actually there we go, we could do that. So you'll see awesomeness happening. Well, let's just address that first. I have pan in the shade, but we're gonna address the first would be Squirtle, which is something blue or cool toned. I went with Pampelonne. As you can see, there's like a couple touches in there. There's really not that much usage happening. I used it 3 times out of the 30. So I also wanted to correct myself. I said something really stupid. I think in it was either the first update, well, it was one of the last 2 videos basically. I said something really stupid about how Pokemon had been around for 30 years. I'm 30. Pokemon has only been around for 25 years. So I just want to address that really quick, because right after I posted the video, I was like, oh my god, Heather, you dumbass. Anyways, moving on. I only used this 3 times because in between last update and now, I had been let go from my previous job. Blessing in disguise, honestly. Very toxic place to be. However, I had a lot more creative freedom with the way that I did my makeup at that job, which was one of the very few amount of benefits that I had working there. I had a lot of creative freedom, and I can basically wear whatever makeup that I wanted to, because I wasn't really customer facing. So I got away with a lot of like pretty bold eye looks and bold lips, and it was fun to be able to do that. So I'd only used it 3 times, and then I got let go, and now I have this new job who is a lot more critical of how my appearance is when I do my makeup. It needs to be more subdued. Like, not that I can't wear color, but it has to be done in a way that's not like glamazoid or like super obnoxious, you know, like, so a lot of the fun looks I can't do. But what I'm thinking about doing is just trying to use this as more of like an eyeliner, or maybe I can get away with putting it in my inner corner and just being like a pop of blue. We'll see. I'll have to figure that out because this is a very intense color. So just to refresh your memory, it's very intense, very bold. Oh no, my husband's gonna kill me. I just wiped it on her, on her very clean blanket. Anyways, so this is the color. It's very intense, so it's harder to work with right now. I do want to keep working on it because I do love the color, but I just have to figure out how I'm going to do that. The next, which was the obvious one, was the color Sand, and my goal was to just use it 13 more times, not even to hit pan, but using it 13 more times. And that's exactly what I did. I used it exactly 13 more times. And this is the progress that I made. And I think that that's amazing. I'm so close to hitting side pan and bottom pan on it. I did decide to take a break on it without even knowing that I hit my goal, just because I don't know. I felt like I made such good progress. I wanted to take a break and try something else. Okay, so the next shadow in here, also for the next prompt, is the color Crepe. This was used for Charmander. I only used this 7 times since the last update, but now that I have an idea of what I can wear at work, I have an idea in my head. And just in a second, the next prompt would be Pikachu, and it's something yellow. It was the shade Intoxicating. I did not use this at all since the last update. So here's what I'm going to say. Now that I know kind of how my new job is working, I'm thinking if I can combine this yellow and this orange, I think I can make a really pretty, kind of subdued, very summery look. And I'm gonna play around with it and see if I can get away with that. And if I can, I think I'll be able to make a lot better progress with those 2 shades. Do I think I'll be able to, hit pan? Maybe not, because again, these are very bright shades. But showing you Sand is almost pointless. Like you see, it's pointless. Crepe. Right there, and the shade Intoxicating right there. So this is actually a very pigmented palette, and I don't know if Sand really, didn't really show up, but those were the colors I was working with. It did get very difficult to do that sometimes, so I did try. But I did also get some more use out of this palette. I used this shade right here called Paradise. I used Coastline, and I used Beach Club quite a few times for that glittery lid that I so desire all the time. And I made some pretty good dips in those just because I was reaching for this palette. So I'm pretty excited about that. I do still have some work to go, but there is one shade that I can roll out in here, and we will get to the products that I rolled out and their replacements a little bit later. Next prompt is Team Rocket, and for that I chose this RealHer blush trio, which I said I wanted to use 25 times. I used it once. To be fair, please remember I did have another blush in this project. We'll get to that in a little bit, but now I think I'll be able to focus on this and make some progress. I, again, don't think that I'll be able to hit pan or anything like that, but I think I can start getting my usage out of this. These are warmer shades, and now that we're in the warmer months, it makes a lot more sense for me to wear these. I typically take my blush brush and I sweep it across all 3 because I just like the look of that. And as you can tell, like, it's been used. I did use it a few times prior to this project and tested that out. And that's just how I like to do it. If I don't do it between all 3, I do it between these 2. And it's a really great combination. Let me see if I can So I will show you right here. This is Unstoppable, which is that like neutrally brown shade. This is, see, you can't, this is Limitless and it's not showing up as much. And then this is Fearless. So these are the three blushes. Unstoppable is the most pigmented blush. And then these are really pretty, but I think I might actually repress them. I will have to find an empty container and maybe repress these. I might even repress them together because I think that would be really pretty. I'll have to think about it. I might keep them separate because they are really pretty separately. I'll let you guys know what happens. But again, I only use this one time, so no real progress. It stays in the project on this. The next prompt is Ash, which is something you are determined to finish, which is this guy. I am almost done. I just shined a flashlight in it and I am just below this part right here where my fingers are. This line right here, I am just below that. So I have used this 11 times since the last update and it's not done yet. So I know I can finish this. I know it'll definitely be done by next update. But I don't know how long it will take, so I'm not going to roll anything in its place. I'm just going to finish up and then I get a break, I think, so that I can regroup and think where I want to go with the next update. But I know it will be done. I know it will be done. Just, it's gonna happen. It's gonna freaking happen, and this will be out of my life. I got this in an Ipsy bag, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 years ago. It needs to go away. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The next prompt is Brock, which is something you fell in love with, and I chose from this palette, which is the Park Avenue Princess palette, the Tarte Under Eye Powder in the shade Enhance, which I totally achieved. It's right here. It's this yellowy shade, and I got bonus pan because I use a combination of these two powders for my under eye. God, this palette smells really good. So I actually just get my brush in both of these powders for my under eyes because the yellow is a little too yellow, the pink is a little too pink, but the yellow helps brighten. So I just kind of combine it. I also, sorry, I'm going to wipe that away and make it a little cleaner. I'm just curious if anyone knows this. So I know Park Avenue Princess itself was a bronzer, since this is a face palette. I was just wondering if anyone knew if Halo and Enhance came in a single package, like whether it's a duo between the two or whether they come in their own single pans. Can I buy this separately, or is this exclusive to this palette, is basically what I want to know. Because I genuinely love these for my under eye powder and I would 100% keep repurchasing. I have not touched any of these bronzers because, to be quite honest with you, I'm terrified. But we'll get there one day. We will get there. But I made really great progress in actually both of those powders. But Enhance, which was the more yellowy shade, was the one I was looking for. I used it 13 more times. I hit pan and I kept going until this update. So 13 times since the last update. Obviously I didn't do my makeup that much. 13 out of 20, 40. That's bad. That's really bad. I made some bad progress. Hopefully we'll do better this next month, 2-month gap. Okay. This is the bane of my existence. First of all, I'm going to start off with a positive note. I finished it. This is the Cover FX High Performance Setting Spray 24-hour wear. First of all, let's just talk about that for a second. The name annoys me. If anything, it should have been High Performance 24-hour wear setting spray. That's just me being nitpicky. I thought that was pretty stupid. If you can see, you'll see that there is just a little bit more liquid in there. First of all, I cannot get it out. Secondly, I don't care if I get it out or not. I hate this product. It made my face feel really sticky, and the nozzle on this was obnoxious. I hated this product so much, and but I pushed through, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna finish it, and then I'm gonna throw it away and be done with it. So it's gone. Yay, yay, it's gone. Yay me. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, so away it goes. Okay, the next prompt was Palette Town. It's just something comfortable to wear, or a favorite palette, because you can go with the obvious if you'd like. So this was more comfortable to wear. This is my blush, my NYX blush in Dusty Rose. I ended up repressing it because I had really, really amazing pan on this. I believe I have pictures on my Instagram. Don't shoot me if I don't. But I did repress this. I thought I could finish it. But unfortunately, so I mean, I still love the blush. I really do. Let me see, just... like, it's a really pretty color, but it's very cool tone, and it doesn't work for me right now that the summer months are in high gear. It has, it's, you know, it's very, it's so weird. In person, it's a lot more like pastel-y, and then on camera, it looks a little bit more neutral, but it is a more cool-toned, pastel-y kind of a pink. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful, and I loved wearing this. I thought I could finish this and make this the second blush that I finished this year. Maybe I can later down the road, but for right now, I need to roll this out because it does not work for me anymore right now. Not for summer. My skin is just a tad bit deeper than it was, and it just doesn't work anymore. So not that this is officially completely out of the project, but more so that this is gonna be rolled out for now, and if in the winter months I decide to come back to this and try to finish it like I wanted to, I might try again. But for now, it just needs to go because it's just not working for me right now. So the next prompt was Gary, which is something you bought because it was hyped, which I bought this e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Peach. It's more yellowy than it is peach, so keep that in mind if you guys are looking for a peachier concealer. This is definitely more yellow. I have slowed down on the use with this because it got, for a few reasons. One, it got to be to where the color was really starting to look weird underneath my eyes, even though I was mixing it with another concealer that was a little pinkier to help balance it out. But I mean, and I made really good progress. I saw windows, actually, yeah. I think if I can shine a light, that would be pretty cool, and I might do that. But I'm seeing windows around this area, so I know I've made some really good progress since putting this into the project. I just need to let it go. I cannot finish this, and it will either have to wait until winter, or I'm just not going to finish it this year. Because I found another concealer that I love, and the color is amazing. So I can't, and also it's too full coverage for what I want. Like, how can you say no to full coverage concealer? I know I sound crazy, but anyways, I used this 6 times before I just said I'm not using this anymore. 6 times in 2 months. That's pretty bad. Oh well. This prompt was Professor Oak, which is something helpful in your routine. And I had the Maybelline powder compact. It's in my empties right now, so I can't show you. And I would dig it out, but I don't really feel like it. But the second product that I had was the L'Oreal powder. And this I have, you know, I love this, and this is a great color match for me right now, so I definitely want to keep going with this. I finished the Maybelline powder, and then I have used this 14 times since it came into the project. Why is powder helpful for me in my routine, even though I have dry skin? Let me explain. So I have become very addicted to using face powders, even if I'm not wearing makeup, and I would strongly encourage anyone to. Here's why. In the mornings, I still do my skincare routine. I have a morning routine that I like to do, which always ends with wearing sunscreen. I have learned that if I do not put the face powder over my sunscreen while I'm driving to work, the sun will beam into my eyes, make me tear up because of how bright it is. And then my sunscreen just magically wants to go into my eyeballs, which stings my eyes, makes me cry even more, and then I can't see while I'm driving. And I can feel my eyeballs burning because of the sunscreen. So, if any of you have ever gone through something like that, just know you're not alone, and that the biggest tip I can tell you is to set your sunscreen so that when you're driving, you don't die. That's all I have to say. Either way, this isn't like, it's not the most fabulous powder out there in the world. Again, having dry skin, this particular powder does kind of seem to suck moisture out of my skin very heavily, but because I'm setting down skincare with it, it's okay, and I don't hate it. I don't hate the feeling. Okay, I'm using this guy. In here is the tiniest little bit of this foundation left. I'm talking teeny tiny, like one tiny little layer. You can see it pooling now, right? That's all I have left. It still smells like grandma makeup, to be honest. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. The goal was to finish this. I should have been able to finish this. Unfortunately, I did not, because my skin color changed due to the summer. So, well, actually technically due to the winter, I got a little bit paler throughout the few months, and this just started looking really dark orange, yellow. It literally looked like it did not match me, and it was just very obvious. So I think maybe towards fall time, when I have my full summer glow happening after being outside for a few months, I think I might be able to use this again. It is almost done, so I really don't want to give up hope on it. I don't think I will repurchase this foundation anymore, though. It's just feeling a little heavy to me, and as full coverage and wonderful as it is, I'm almost finding that like my skincare is getting a lot better. I don't know if you can see this face, but like the only times I really break out, it's actually more on my neck right now. So I'm trying to figure that part out, because I bring my skincare from my face to my neck, to my chest, to my shoulders, to everything. So I'm not sure what this is happening down here, but my face has been doing really good, and then I find out I don't really need as full coverage things as I think I do, which is nice. Sort of, because I'm trying to use up makeup, so it's not helping me anymore. But either way, I just find that it's a little too heavy for me. So I figure if I wait until the colder months, starting in like October, November, probably November, when it cools down and I still have my bronzy summer glow that I'll achieve in a few months, then I think this will work for me again. But until then, I'm just going to roll it out of this project and be done with it for the time being. But I will finish this year, and it will just be done. The last product in this project. This is for Mewtwo, which is a dupe of a legendary product. If I didn't say it before, that one was Mew, which was a legendary product. This is Mewtwo, a dupe. I gave myself the goal of using this until this update, and even then I could not do it. I did keep going for a really long time. It was only a few days ago that I decided to stop using it. And this is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls, which I used as a dupe for MAC Soft and Gentle. I think I did a really good job. I flattened out a good bit of the dome. I want to see. There you go. So I flattened out a good bit of the dome. It is a beautiful highlight. It really is. Let me see, just, it's gorgeous. It's kind of subtle, kind of blinding. It's, I don't know, both. But I think it is a dupe for the MAC Soft and Gentle, and I loved using this. But again, this had to do with the winter months. This doesn't look good on me anymore because of the skin color change with the summer and all that stuff. It doesn't look good anymore, just like the blush. These paired really beautifully together, but both of them just do not work for me anymore. I knew I wasn't going to hit pan or finish this product, but I did want to make a goal of using as much as I could, and I did flatten out a good bit of that dome, which makes me so happy. So I put some work on this, and I'm very proud of the progress that I made, but because it just doesn't look good on me right now, I'm just going to roll it out, and again, I might bring it back later. We will see. These are not guarantees. So now, on to the, I wonder if I can, on to the next set of goals that we're gonna do. I have some that I have plans for and some that I am just throwing up in the air, so we'll see. And then a lot of things that we're rolling in, so be prepared. We are keeping for Squirtle the blue BH Cosmetics shadow. We're gonna keep Pampelonne in. I only have to use it 24 more times before I can roll it out. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if I can get a little creative with it to where it doesn't look overwhelming and absurd, but it will just be a nice pop of color somewhere. We'll see. I'm gonna try. Next would be Bulbasaur. So that was Sand. Now, since I rolled that out, I have decided to go with the color green. This would be Packaging, and I am bringing in this Freeman Mask. It is an overnight sleeping mask. This is in the Hydrating Honeydew and Chamomile, and it's an overnight cream mask. It provides deep moisturization and conditioning for rejuvenated skin. So holding it up to the light, I am about right here. My goal for this is to finish it by the end of the year, mind you. But since it's an overnight mask, that means I can treat this like a moisturizer. So on the days where I am not using my chemical exfoliating moisturizers with AHAs, BHAs, PHAs, all the HAs, on the days that I take breaks from those, which are Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, so that's 4 days a week that I don't use those, I'll be using this, and this will be my main moisturizer for the nighttime. In the winter, I will probably be able to get away with it in morning and night. So again, I'm about here. Okay, we're back. So anyways, I am gonna mark this. I'm trying to get the best, I'm going to make it just a little thicker because I know how Sharpie acts, and I might go over this with nail polish, but this is where we're at right now. So I would like to track the progress, not just by uses, but I also want to see how far we can come down in the next update. So my prediction for this, I think with consistent use, maybe I'll be down to down to like the end of the yellow, so like right here. I think I'll be able to do that. So we'll see how far I can get with this. So I will still be keeping in the orange and yellow shades from the BH palette that are in Crepe and Intoxicating. With Crepe, I need to use it 22 more times in order to roll it out, and with Intoxicating, I still have to use it another 29 times. However, I think I have an eyeshadow look in mind where I can combine the two, and we'll see how it works out, how it looks, and if I can get away with it at work, even though it's pretty bright. So, because again, those are the two, the orange and yellow. So, we'll see what I can do. Yes. Next is the RealHer Blush Trio for Team Rocket. I only have to use this 23 more times, but this is now I can focus on this because the color really warms up my face and it looks beautiful right now. So I think I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this. So I think by the next update, I will have hit my goal because I mean, I'm pretty dedicated when I use a blush. So we'll see. This guy will be rolled out. This guy will be rolled out next update. I can tell you that. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm right under this line. I can do this. I know I can. I can do this. We're gonna do this. This was for Ash, which is, I'm determined to finish it. Boy, am I ever. I'm gonna finish this. Now, bringing in some new products. So for number 7, which is Brock, which is something that you fell in love with, I have decided to roll in this Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 40N. You know, in the tube, it actually looks a little more, I don't know, grayish. Very, very light. Like, I don't think that looks like it would match me, right? But it does, and it's beautiful, and I don't have to wear foundation. All I do is I put concealer. I'll even show you. I'm not gonna do it right now, but you will see, I promise, in an upcoming video. So I just put it on both eyes here, and then here. I'm sure you guys have seen that new trick. I will blend it with a brush, and then I take the excess onto my eyelids to conceal the veins. And then I get a little bit on my chin, a little bit by my nose, some on top of my nose, and I just blend that all out. And that actually is all I need. And then I put the powders on top. I love this concealer. Not only is it a perfect shade match for me, but it doesn't crease, it doesn't look crepey or cakey. It just sinks into my skin. It looks like my skin. I love this concealer, and the day I run out of all concealers, I'm buying, you should, like, when I run out of this, I am buying more of this, but I will try to get through as many concealers as I can. But this is amazing. So I fell in love with this, and this is what we're rolling in, and my goal is to hit 25 uses. Piece of cake. So I just want to, you know that I'm getting the usage out of this that I want to, especially because I love it. I know that will not make me finish it, so we'll see. But yes, this is what I'm bringing in for the prompt of Brock. For the prompt of Misty, sorry, it's taking me a little bit, I am rolling in all of these MaryKay sample packets that I have. This is something that I feel like I can logically finish. It's a bunch of sample packets. We have, this is the Time-Wise kit. There's only 4 packets, even though it looks like 5. There's the 4-in-1 cleanser, which I actually did really like. The Age Minimized Day Cream, so it's a sunscreen. The Age Minimized Night Cream, which felt nice, and then the Age Minimized Eye Cream. So this is like a whole thing. So we have those. This is also in the Time-Wise thing. We have the Pore Minimizer, and the Microdermabrasion Refine. So, oh, and that's hilarious. This is for dry to oily skin. This is for normal to dry. So this is dry to oily. Wait, that's so weird. Either way, I'm gonna use this. And then these 3 packets, we have, both of these are the Moisture Renewing Gel Mask. Not really into gel masks, but I'm gonna use them. I did like this one. This is the Deep Cleansing Charcoal Mask. I tried this once, and it was actually pretty good. Excuse me. Next, for number 9, which is Palette Town, I have gone with not this entire palette, but this is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 from Tarte. trying not to blind you here. But what I would like to do is, I didn't even come up with a goal. I guess we will today. We'll make it the easy number goal here. But this shade right here, it's called Conch. My goal is to use this 25 times or hit pan, whichever one comes first. So 25 times or hit pan. It is the base shade. This one's more of a highlighter. This one's more of a lid shade, but this one right here, called Conch. There's already a nice dip going. I'd like to keep it going. So 25 times or hit pan. I am keeping in the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is for the prompt, something that you bought because it was hyped for Gary. You know, I'm just gonna put a usage goal on this and get it out. I'm just gonna use this 10 more times, and then we're gonna roll it out, because I don't want to work on it anymore, but I will work on it 10 more times, and that's it. So 10 more times. I'm writing things down as I go too. For number 11, which is Professor Oak, which is something helpful in your routine, I of course will continue to work on the L'Oreal powder until it is completely finished. Powders, my goal will always be to finish in a project. Okay, the last two products. For Mew, which is a legendary product, I have decided to go with this eyeshadow single from Stila in the shade Kitten. This is, am I wrong, a legendary product. Every makeup artist owns this. They love it for weddings. Every makeup enthusiast owns this. This is an OG legendary product. So I want to swatch it for you because it's still just, where can I put this? Like that right there, that was one swipe. So that is the shade Kitten from Stila. I'll probably only use this on my eyes. It's a little too icy to even think about using as a highlighter. But I'll probably put that on like the center of my lid or something. But that is Kitten. Still, I've had it, I don't even know how many years I have owned this product, and it is still performing to a T. My number one suggestion, if this starts to get a little bit older, I would not recommend trying to use a facial spray or a setting spray to make it pop more, because it gets a little, I don't know, the texture seems a little odd with this one, so I wouldn't really do that. Just, I mean, and you don't really need it. This pops just enough on its own, in my opinion. But also it's because mine's older. So, the very last product I have, please keep in mind, this is a stretch and I technically don't even have anything to dupe this for. I don't have a dupe. This is from Mewtwo. I chose the Pond's Rejuvenous Anti-Wrinkle Cream with AHAs and collagen. This is what I was using for my chemical exfoliating moisturizer. I really don't have anything to dupe this to. I really don't. I just needed a product to finish, and I don't have many that I would consider dupes unless I absolutely just rated. I mean, I do, but they're all blushes, and I did not want to put another blush into this product. So either way, I'm sure you could see a little bit of that, but I have not that much left. I'll probably have to shine a light, but I know, I'm like down to this line. What I have been doing for this though, to use it up a little bit quicker, because I've had this for a really long time, like disgusting amount of years, definitely over 10 years, and it's still okay. It's still okay, but what I do is I will still put it on my face because I have not had any reactions to it, and it works fine, and it actually works. It does work. I just don't like this anymore. But what I've been doing to use it up a little bit quicker is I actually apply it to my elbows, because my elbows have been getting like really dry and cracky and just unattractive. And this, if you want to know if a chemical exfoliating moisturizer or any chemical exfoliating product works, apply it to your elbows, and that is a surefire way to tell you if it works or not. Your face, it might lie to you sometimes. These babies will never lie. Never. So again, I don't actually have something to dupe this to except for every other AHA chemical exfoliating moisturizer out there. Maybe to its bigger sister, Pond's Cold Cream. I don't know. I got nothing. Everything that I have that I can dupe is a blush, and I don't want to do that. So here you go. It is still legendary though, and I say that not because I would ever buy this again. I really would not, only because I have found other ones, but because Pond's, no, I don't think anybody likes Pond's, to be honest, but I think it's legendary because it left a mark. Even if you've never used Pond's, you can pull up a product and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Or, oh yeah, my mom used that. Or, oh yeah, my grandmother used to use that. You know, so it has a namesake. It is still legendary. It's just not amazing, if that makes sense. Except on your elbows. It's amazing for your elbows. Anyways, this is going to be to finish it. I don't think I even set a goal. I think we're going to go 25 uses on this for the... Alright guys, that was a very long-winded, kind of exciting, somewhat boring, kind of awesome second update for the Gotta Panama project pan that I created in the PANtastic Ladies group. So it is a collab both on YouTube and Instagram. So if you would like to check anybody else out and go see what they're doing, just look for the hashtag Gotta Panama both on YouTube and Instagram, and I'm sure you will find a ton of stuff to entertain you. Anyways guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and seeing the projects and seeing how kind of goofy and ridiculous I can be sometimes, and just to see some of the makeup products that I have. And I definitely had some fails, and I definitely had a lot of success, and I'm really happy about that. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you checking out my video and keeping up with this project with the PANtastic Ladies. It's been so much fun, honestly. And when it comes to certain products like the blushes and the highlighters, I do learn. I have learned through this project, as short as of a time that it's been. Sorry, I'm tripping over my words. For this short amount of time that I've been working on this project, I have learned that certain products truly are seasonal for me, like blushes, highlighters, maybe even bronzers, some foundations, and concealers. And I've learned a lot. So now it's going to help me kind of think about the products that I would like to bring in the future. And I would also like to put a little bit more thought into the products and be able to completely ransack my entire beauty inventory, because I think that would be more fun versus just me looking in my bathroom where my most used stuff is. I really want to branch out and try new products that I have. Anyways, I know I've said this like 3,000 times, but thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, share it with your friends, your family, whoever else that you know likes to pan makeup, your favorite YouTuber, whatever you want to do, or don't share it. I don't really care. I'm really just here to have fun and have a good time. So anyways, thank you so much for all of your support. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time, which will be August 26th for our third update. Thanks so much guys. See you next time. Bye.